Carmel Clay School's student body represents over 100 languages from across the globe.
Hola, me llamo Daniel Colmenares y estoy en el grado 11.
안녕하세요. 저는 카멜 고등학교에 다니는 10학년 이은슬이라고 합니다. 저는 한국에서 왔고 여기에 온 지 2년 정도 지났어요.
你好，我叫李东芬，我是 Carmel High School 的中文老师，我已经在 Carmel High School 教16年了。
Many CHS students move to the United States for their parents' job opportunities.
Well, actually, my background from my family is because when I live in Venezuela, I was kind of poor. And also, I live with my mom. And my dad's come here during like 4 years ago, and then I moved here with him because I would like to learn the language and also study here in the United States. And he got a job and all those things, and my mom is in Venezuela right now.
Yeah, so my family, I was born in Venezuela, and then we moved to Colombia because of my dad's job, since he works in Lilly. So because of that, we also moved to Indiana, since the headquarters are here in Indiana. So we moved here because of that. And yeah, that's basically why we moved here. And we moved here around like 7 years ago, around there. So yeah.
I memorize a lot of vocabulary because vocabulary is the foundation for reading. And since our entrance exam is focusing on reading and writing, therefore I do a lot of practice exams to improve my reading and writing.
I learned English in Korea because English is one of the important subjects in Korea. So I've learned English since 3rd grade. But my English was really bad, and then like Korean English system is focused on more grammar and reading than like conversation, like actual conversation. So after I came here, like I was like, oh my god, what are they saying? Like what are some words meaning? So I was really confused, and then yeah, but I watched some YouTube from like Korean or English like vloggers or like teachers, and then I try to memorize some vocab words.
There are many challenges to living in your second language that most people don't consider.
Yeah, of course. When I first moved here, it was definitely scary because I barely understood what people were saying to me, so I was kind of scared because I'm not able to communicate properly because my first language is Spanish, obviously. So I have to actually communicate with others. I need to learn English. And of course, when I moved there, I didn't know anything. So it's definitely difficult and scary, and it's a part of a challenge of moving to a different country, different culture especially. So it's hard to make new friends, but once you learn English, it's good and you can make friends. And yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but I was able to do it, yeah.
Well, I think one of the most challenge right here is like lost the fear to speak. I mean, yeah, and like try to understand what the other people say, like in a different language, because you prefer like be in your country and speaking your native language. Where actually it's not too easy to learn that as a new language.
It's the speaking, because I learned English from teacher who also did not pronounce well. Also, they also have accent. Therefore, no matter how hard I continue to learn, my accent still there. My pronunciation is still not that good.
First, it's not the language thing, but American school system is really different from Korean school system. Like here they only have 4 blocks for each day, and then we can choose our like subjects, our classes. But in Korea, we have to stay at school from 8 to 5, and then we have 7 or 6 classes every day. So the school system was really different from Korea, so I had difficulty about the school system, and that's it. Yeah.
And I think it's really hard for the ENL students who show up. Some of them show up. I have a student this past week. He's just coming from Korea. He's just shown up, and he already does know some English, but the bravery that takes to just show up in this brand new place where you don't know the culture, where you don't know the language, and to try to make friends and take classes and listen to English all day long. I mean, people figure it out all the time, obviously, but also it's really hard, and I just have a lot of compassion, I would say, for students who are going through that challenge, and I appreciate their bravery and getting to support them in their journey.
I wouldn't call it a discrimination. Rather, it's a lack of understanding from people who didn't put themselves into my shoes. For example, when I first came to America, study at graduate school, my first hard-working assignment, when I received the comments from my professor, I saw awkward. I was so shocked and sad receiving that awkward comments because of my poor English didn't express myself well, but I believe I worked very hard to working on the content. So they should give me some credit on the content instead of my poor expression in English.
People like understand me, and then they were really nice, and then they help me, like when I had a question about some words or some expressions, they always help me, and then they understand me.